Hey guys, it's Will with Military Lawn Cuts, where my wife and I own 2 lawn care companies. And I want to share with you today how to mow a lawn properly in the most efficient way. Whether you're a homeowner or you are a team member or a business owner that mows lawns, it's not rocket science. We all know that, but there are best tips and tricks to learn along the way to really speed up your time, save you time, and potentially make you a lot more money while you're out there mowing a lawn. Today we are going to watch Matt, who is one of our greatest employees here. So Matt has been mowing lawns for really 7 years, and he at times during the season make $30 per hour is what he averages sometimes. So we're going to take some great notes from Matt today to mow, weedy, edge, and blow. And mind you, right off the bat, he is starting on the right side of the property because the gate on this customer's house is actually on the left side. So anytime you are mowing the lawns, you definitely want to focus on that strip up there near the truck first. And then again, he started on the right side, which is opposite of the gate. So then he transitions over to the left side here. When you come across a tree ring or something like that, you do one circle around, and then you keep doing your passes just like he is doing right here. Now, one thing I did want to mention is Matt's walking and moving with a purpose. So it's very important to have a good pace when you are out there mowing and making sure that you are moving with a sense of urgency, so that way you guys can get in and out and knock out these lawns in a good quality fashion. So as he enters into the backyard, he's going to do 2 perimeter passes. Now, I want you to take very close note of this. When he comes across this tight corner here, watch him just turn the mower and keep moving. He's not pushing that mower up and back and forward and back, and even right there, he just cut that corner where most people would push the mower back in there. Matt always wants to move forward with the mower because that's the fastest, most efficient way. Again, there was another tight corner. He just kept moving and kept rolling. So now he's going to do his second pass, and really the reason for that is because the mower takes the longest, it's the longest piece of equipment. So we want to make sure we're cutting down the time and making sure that the weed eater can just get those tight areas. So as Matt finishes his 2 passes, he will start to stripe his lawns, and I want you to take note of his turn. So his back right wheel, it basically stops when he turns it around. Now watch this next turn. On the back left wheel, it's going to stop and basically pivot. He's going to turn it real quick and keep moving forward. If you can master the turns, it will significantly cut down the time on each property and save you minutes. Matt literally shaves off 10 to 15 minutes per property because he is so efficient with these pieces of equipment. Now we're using the edger, and with this piece of equipment, you always want to full throttle it. And he starts on the front right of the property. That way that black wheel on the edger actually rolls on the concrete. Now what I want you to see is his right arm is pretty high up in the air. That will drive that blade deeper into the ground. Now when he comes up to a 90-degree angle like that, he has to pull the edger out, go back in, and simply walk, make sure he's full throttling that piece of equipment. And so he's doing a very good job going the extra mile there, transitioning over to the other side of the driveway. And this is the most efficient rotation. Again, it looks like the blade is a little dull on the edger, but he's making up for that by raising his right arm and driving the blade deeper down into the ground. So whenever you're edging, when you come across a 90-degree corner, you will have to pull the edger out and go back in. So like right here, he's coming up to a 90 degree, he's going to pull it out, go back in, which that's kind of a bad example, but let's have him switch over here. All right, he's going in, come up to a 90 degree, he's going to have to pull out and then go back in. Now what I want to show you to save you time is when he gets down to the end here, it's a really sharp corner, so he's going to have to pull out. But on the next corner, watch as he leaves the edger in the ground here. Watch this, right here on this corner. He leaves it in and he keeps moving forward. That will save you time. So So make sure that you are taking extra care for that and noting that when you're out there mowing. All right, now we're weed eating. So this piece of equipment we are half throttling because this is commercial grade equipment and it's very powerful. Mind you, he started weed eating right where the truck is. He's not walking anywhere else. Also getting those irrigation caps, going that extra mile, making sure that the customer's satisfied. So again, he's half throttling this so he's not damaging the fences or any wires that may be in the lawn. Now when he enters the backyard, typically when you come across a tree that's on your right shoulder, that's where you want to break off. So he's breaking off here from his perimeter pass around the exterior of the fence, knocking out that tree ring so he doesn't forget about it. And then he's going to pick right back up and start on that exterior pass. Now, what I want you to take note here is he is always walking forward with the weed eater. There is no point where he should be walking backwards. On a straightaway like right now, look at how he's getting everything with one pass. I see so many people that go back and forth with the weed eater, and it just takes more time. Now you get to that tight corner where the mower couldn't get, and you curve it out. Getting back over here, again, where he cut the corner, he knows that he needs to weed eat this area. But it's a lot faster to just hit that with the weed eater so the mower can keep moving, right? Now he switches back over here, making sure he gets all that grass by the gutter and not hitting the gutter too much to damage it. Again, on a straightaway, look at how he's literally simply just walking. Comes to a tight corner, curves it out where the mower couldn't get. Back to a straightaway here on the porch, walking normal. This is the most efficient way to weed, and he's having a good half throttle on that weed eater. All right, as we transition over here, again on a straightaway, he's getting everything in one pass. Take very good note of that. That is going to help you so much by saving time. Now, there's one slight mistake that Matt and I talked about. Right at this point right here, he should have broken off, went around the tree ring, and then got right back on the flower bed. That's how you do it with the if there's an object that comes up on your right side. Now, notice he did actually go down on the driveway. I would recommend doing this sometimes if needed. There are like little irrigation lights, but this helps. Like the customer, that's where they stand. So it looks so clean when you actually do weed eat there along the driveway. It definitely helps it with a more beautiful appearance. Don't forget the electrical caps over here. So he's doing a really good job. Now, once he steps over, that's where you would want to hit any grass cracks. You know, if there's any stuff growing through, he hits that. Now he's going that extra step right here. We don't typically do that, but he's just doing a fantastic job. So now he is grabbing the blower, which is the final piece of equipment. You typically want to start on one end of the street, and you always want to start in the street first, blow all that stuff up onto the sidewalk and driveway, and then it would be so easy for him to walk up the driveway, but that's not the most efficient way to do it. He stays on the street, cleaning that up, not blowing it on the neighbor's porch, getting all of that, the good cracks, getting the grass out of that, and then focusing, transitioning onto the sidewalk is definitely the next step here. Now, as he gets to the driveway, he's going to basically split that in half. So that crack that runs right through the middle, half of it go to the right, half of it go to the left. If you have significant wind, you can typically push it to one side, but most of the time it's not too windy where we are at. And he goes, again, the extra mile to really blow off back there where the garbage cans sit. So now he switches over. We got to make sure, and you want to make sure that when you transition over, that you're getting the front porch. So front and back porch, the protocol, you walk straight to the mat, put a foot on it, blow everything out. Even though you didn't dirty it up, we want to make sure the customer's porch is looking fine and dandy. All right. So now he is blowing off the other side of the driveway, and then he'll finish off by blowing the sidewalk on the side near the truck, and then transitioning to the backyard. I want you to take note where his feet is positioned right now. He's blowing everything back onto the front lawn. I see too many people that stand in the middle of the sidewalk, and it dirties up the street that they just cleaned up. So make sure you're angling it to where you want the grass clippings to actually go. And typically for this piece of equipment, we are full throttling it. There is some finesse to it. I want you to see that he's blowing off those concrete walkways. Now, if there was a mat back here, he would go there first, put a foot on it, but there's not, so it's pretty simple. He's taking the extra time to really blow off any objects that might have grass clippings on his customer's porch as well. Again, just making sure the customer's satisfied, and this is what it should look like when you are finished mowing for a beautiful lawn to mow, weedy, edge, and blow. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope this helped.